वो कुल्हाड़ी इन द फिल्म, मैंने खुद अपने पैरों में कुल्हाड़ी मार दी। सर आप 4 साल क्या छुट्टी मना रहे थे, फुटबॉल कर रहे थे, शादी कर रहे थे, बच्चा पैदा कर रहे थे। एक्चुअली मैंने बहुत काम भी किया है। फाउंड अ लाइफ पार्टनर who fills up my life, who completes me, but at the same time she gives me a lot of space when I need it and I don't need to ask for it, you know. So life is set here.
Welcome to Film Companion, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, when I came in here and I saw the choicest of armor, Ranbir, I really thought it was payback time for the last time you looked into my eyes and lied to me and really ghumawed the media.
Sorry.
But congratulations.
Thank you.
We are all so happy for you.
Thank you.
You had fun doing that, na?
I did. I love playing cat and mouse with the media. They play cat and mouse with me, so even I can also, right? It's a two-way street. But yeah, you know, I had to protect it at that time. You know, I didn't want it to become, to go out of hand. So yeah, that's the reason. There's no other reason.
I think you guys did a terrific job, as it should be. You know, I want to start by talking about, you've been very vocal about the importance of marrying the vision of the director and quoting the director during the film. So can we start by really talking about the real love story in this room? How easy was Karan Malhotra to fall in love with?
So I think the flashback of our story is that both our fathers were best friends. So we've actually grown up together. Then we lost in touch. You know, we went our separate ways, school, college, starting our careers, and then finally we met on other films too. But when he narrated Shamshera to me, it was a no-brainer. You know, I wanted to work with him as a director. I wanted to work in a film of this genre. And the film had everything, you know, the film had a great story, it had great characters, it gave me the scope to play 2 characters in one film. Post that, yes, of course, we spent a lot of time together. I used to go to his house, he used to come to my house, we used to talk about the film. He's a director who is not a dictator, you know, so he's very welcoming of your suggestions. He, I think, also understood that I am not coming here from a selfish point of view. I'm coming from a point of view to better the film. For me to understand the film better, though everything was there on paper, he and Ekta very meticulously, with a lot of heart had written the script. So the load was not that much because it was very clear on paper. But we did put in a lot of prep work. He's a hard guy to quote. And I guess I did put in effort, but eventually we found our rhythm. You know, there is a lot of fondness and respect we have for each other, and that's what's most important.
Yeah. You said there was scope to play 2 characters, but the truth is that there really wasn't. You went to him with 1 character and then the greedy actor got in the way.
That's correct.
Was
I'm
there
glad,
a moment
I'm glad.
of panic for you, or how much did it take for him to convince you?
No, he didn't agree straight out. Like, we went through a vigorous cycle of auditions and looked as, not just for him, even for me, I had said it because that's greed of an actor, but eventually you have to pull it off, you know. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so no, it was now when I think about it, it was a fantastic kind of an initiative from his side. But what happens is with someone like me, when Ekta and I write a script, by the time the script is ended, I've already shot it in my head.
Right.
You know, so when this kind of a suggestion comes up, it throws you off. But I realize the value of it and I understand the importance of it, which is why. And as Ranbir said, I understand that, you know, he doesn't come from a space of self-indulgence or insecurities where, you know, he's trying to kind of forward himself for a cause. I understand his intention very well and it's only for the film, for the betterment of the film. So I had no option but to give his suggestion a chance because it was a very valid suggestion. And I think Shamshera has benefited greatly from his input at that point.
Yeah, and more Ranbir is never a bad thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think anyone will complain.
Absolutely.
I did complain though. It was so hard.
After
I can't
suggesting
even
me.
tell
I think that was too much of Karan Malhotra that he's complaining
you know,
about.
I have a kulhadi in the film. मैंने खुद अपने पैरों में कुल्हाड़ी मारी थी. It was the hardest experience of my
You reap
life.
what you sow.
Not just playing 2 characters. You know, of course, making movies is hard, but just kind of keeping his vision come alive, his dream come alive. I didn't expect the amount of hard work, sacrifice, emotional, mental, physical. I was spent, you know, by the time this film got over after the 150 days, it was like a relief that, you know, this film is done because we really gave it our all.
This coming from someone who's just done Brahmastra as well. So,
Well, it's been 6 years. 6 years since I've been working. Not 6, 5 years since I'm working on both these films. So a lot of people say that आप 4 साल क्या छुट्टी मना रहे थे, फुटबॉल कर रहे थे, शादी कर रहे थे, बच्चा पैदा कर रहे थे. Actually मैंने बहुत काम भी किया. Both these films collectively we've shot for around 320 odd days. And apart from the shooting days, we've rehearsed a lot. Like 100 days of rehearsals on action, different sequences on songs. So these films take time. It's not in your hand. But I'm glad that both are coming out now.
yeah. And we are seeing you after your brave act in Chandigarh Kare Aashiki. What a terrific
saw
film
it?
that, of course.
Did you like it?
Very much so, which is why I'm asking you. I'm very curious to know what changes tangibly on the ground when an actress delivers a performance like that.
I think you gain respect. You gain confidence from the kind of filmmakers you want to work with. Because see, I wouldn't blame. At the end of the day, it's business. Nobody wants to lose money, and it's very hard. Even now, I would say, to mount a film on a female-driven character, the audience has become so selective of what kind of content they want to go and witness in theaters, or the stuff that they can just watch in the comfort of their house. So it's tough, but at least you get that validation from your audience. You get that validation from the filmmakers. There are a lot of people who, like Anurag Kashyap, there was Ritik. There were a lot of people who texted me. And really good filmmakers who spoke to me after that said, okay, you know what, we see you can act. We see that you've done a good job. So that's what you're looking for. You're seeking,
Validation.
Yeah, you are seeking that. And just hope that it can take me to a next step where hopefully people won't be that, that scared or nervous to like offer something worthwhile. Ta-da. This happened before Chandigarh, by the way. He put his faith way before any of those came to me. So Karan's faith has been in me since Shuddesi Romance, and that's the reason why he even offered me the film.
Right.
I don't know who he wants to hammer right now, but okay. Your other foot's looking good. You want to like...
You have been very vocal about the fact that your creative energy comes from isolation. Now that you are a married man and entering fatherhood, let me tell you that there is no isolation
Are you a
in
mother?
parenthood. I
Okay.
am a mother. So does the acting process have to thoda bahut alter?
No. I think, I found a life partner in my life that we're very comfortable with silence also. There are many times that we can just sit and we don't need to talk to each other, and we don't feel awkward about it. So I feel I found a life partner who fills up my life, who completes me, but at the same time she gives me a lot of space when I need it and I don't need to ask for it. So life is set here.
That's a blessing,
Yeah,
For the first 6 months of my marriage, my husband would wear a pair of headphones and look really busy, and the whole time I would think, "Bichara busy hai, I won't disturb." Later I found out those were his wife cancelling headphones. So you are a lucky man.
Yes, I am.
Yes. And I'm also very fascinated by the fact that he said that he has a different perfume for every character he plays. And given Shamshera is not your conventional Ranbir Kapoor film, were you walking around smelling odd or?
No, I was smelling like dust. That was my perfume on this film, because we used to come on set and Karan used to play Holi with us with dust. We used to just throw dust on us, and that became my smell for Shamshera.
Okay. I wanted to ask whether you had two different scents for each of the characters.
No, actually I didn't. It was just dust. It was different kind of dust. It was
Different kind of-
wet dust, and it was like grey
From
dust
different
and black
soil.
dust and brown dust, and it was not like very carefully put. It was just
Yeah.
With the wind blow, what do you
Strong
say? Those
fan.
Strong wind fans and all the others.
crazy. I mean, Sneha, I can't even tell you like what we've gone through on this film.
Yeah.
What it was. I mean, that's another episode. I mean, let the film release, then I can really bitch about the experience. But right now, let me just praise the experience.
But he comes across as a really mysterious guy, and I somehow feel that that's intentionally the case, what with his secret Instagram handle and whatnot. How does, is there a boon for a director to tap into the mystery?
I don't find him to be mysterious. I think he's...
ये तो बचपन का यार है.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. बचपन के यार आप जवानी में बहुत कंफ्यूज कर सकते हैं भाई. लेकिन I don't think he's mysterious. I do feel that he's a recluse. And he's quite introvert in his own way. He'll find his comfort zone, but उसकी मस्ती भी बहुत ही silent होती है. तो आपको आधा टाइम पता नहीं चलेगा, मस्ती हो जाएगी लेकिन किसने की पता नहीं चलता.
हम सब बक रहे हैं.
Exactly. तो वो है, but having said that, I think he's one of the most honest guys in the film industry I've met. He is blah about questions you ask him. You can ask him anything under the sun, and he will give you an honest reply. And if he cannot, he will tell you I can't.
That's something.
So for me, to meet such a person who's also an actor is a surprise in itself, to be honest with you. Because the kind of question, like he's telling me ना जो process था मेरा, मैं करण को जानना चाहता था, मैं उसके घर गया, फिर वो मेरे घर आया, हमने बातें की. मैं शुरू भी नहीं कर सकता कि how he tried to break ice with me, which was the most bizarrest way
What
I
did
have.
he do?
We can't talk about it.
Can I talk about it?
No,
Say
say
yes,
not.
I can't talk about it?
No.
No, now he has to.
नहीं,
So
नहीं.
it was the most bizarrest thing. I'm dying to say it, but I should not be saying it because it'll in fact make
Yeah,
me feel
you
awkward
owe
about
me,
myself.
yeah. You owe me this.
No, it's not about him. He won't be awkward. I'm going to be awkward
But just
because
say
of the kind
no,
of things he asks. And I would just on set, he would just ask me something, whisper in my. I said, "What the hell are you asking me?" And I used to ask Inder, his Man Friday, his first wife, I think. Yeah, that ये सब डायरेक्टर्स को ये सवाल पूछता है क्या? ये सबके साथ ऐसे ही करता है कि मेरे साथ खास ट्रीटमेंट हो रहा है कुछ. I can't even begin to explain to you. I can give you a brief idea. तू सोने से पहले क्रीम लगाता है क्या?
No way.
Yeah.
Dude.
And in the middle of a running shot, I'm like, what the hell was that? पैर पे लगाता है कि पूरी बॉडी पे? I'll just stop here now.
Please
This is
explain.
just the tip of the iceberg.
Please.
I don't know.
this is
Maybe
his-
I was thinking of like my, because there was so much of dust on me. And maybe
So I don't know what he was
should start
visualizing.
moisturizing. I don't know.
But having said that, I'll tell you one more thing. This is very funny. But what happens is he somewhere kind of helped me. I'm a very guarded personality. I don't very easily break ice with people or become friends with them. Those are other issues I have. But he kind of helped me let my guard off. By asking these kind of questions rather than being intellectual about it और सिनेमा की बातें कर रहे हैं और ये बातें कर रहे हैं. He started asking me questions that made me feel like यार ये हम जैसा ही पागल है. हम जब चार दोस्त बैठ के बकवास करते हैं ना, ये वैसी ही कैटेगरी का इंसान है. So that really eased out a lot of things. So and I would believe that is a part of his process, and I think it's a very unique process and it's a very special process, which should be kind of mentioned and encouraged for sure, but then not repeated a lot in public places. Yeah.
Did you have any such experience? How did he break ice? Given you guys
How did we
haven't.
break ice?
With Vaani, it was very easy. We both met on the film.
सोने से पहले क्रीम लगाती हो आप?
Luckily, he didn't ask me.
I didn't ask her that. I obviously didn't want to cross a line with her. I'm meeting her for the first time. With Karan, I can say anything. But with Vaani, it was very easy. We just have very similar creative energies. When we came on set, she was very, very serious about it. She was. I guess she also didn't expect how I was as an actor. She thought I would also be a little bit more intense since we're doing a very intense film. But I think after a couple of hours, we realized that अपना director बहुत clear है भाई. वो हमको बोलेगा क्या करने का हम लोग करेंगे. We can chill. We can talk
Yeah.
between shots. We can.
No, he can talk between shots. I still had my headphones on. But he did ease me into letting go of those as well. I think I also, like Karan said, I don't know how to break ice. I don't know how to come out of, I'm also a bit of a recluse, I think. And I also kind of take time to open up. Which is why I think most of my co-actors would say, ye headphones lagaकर, she finds a corner for herself and she just sits and listens to her own music. But I can get extremely awkward and I just don't know how to like I was telling in one of the interviews how me and Hrithik met. I mean, we had signed for war and he was sitting behind me in a flight and I didn't look back and say hi, neither did he, because we both were awkward.
No.
So it was so weird. It happened to me. So I think with Ranbir, I still spoke. Like we still had a conversation and all. The first time I met him was at BioRef studio only. And he was coming out, and I've said this before as well. He was walking down and I was entering the studio. First time I've seen him, and I'm like, so in my head I'm like, oh, he's actually cute. So instead of saying cute, because I thought that's maybe perhaps inappropriate, I'm like, oh, you're damn lean. And he's like, thanks, so are you. So
Awkward.
awkward. But that's just me, I think. I pulled off
Yeah,
a
she's the
Vaani.
queen of putting her foot in her mouth.
Arey,
right?
yeah.
Fist in my mouth, the
Yeah,
entire.
I agree.
Yeah, full.
Ranbir, you've talked about how your father has often told you ki stop doing all these arty, barfi type, jaga jasoos type films. This, I mean, clearly he must be he is a lover of all things mass entertainer. So in a way, are you the son carrying forward the father's legacy?
I mean, I've given many different answers to this question, but I think there's one factor of this question I left out. Is that I always heard what he said and I always wanted to do what he was saying, but I don't think I had the conviction and confidence to do it. I had to build the confidence and I had to build the confidence of the audience for them to like me as an actor, to accept me as an actor, for me to take the next step in my career. I didn't have the confidence earlier on in my career when I was playing the parts that I was playing that I could do a film like Shamshera because I didn't have the conviction. So it took me 15 years, 16 films. It took me, a meeting with Karan Malhotra, somebody who I wanted to work with, somebody who understands this genre very well, so that my job can be easier and there can be more of an understanding of how I can do this. Conviction is very important in these genres. So I've given different answers saying that nahi, ye meri type ki picture nahi hai, yeah, this and all. But the actual truth was I didn't have the confidence before.
And speaking of legacy, is this stuff that you think about more now that you're going to be a father? What is the Kapoor legacy?
I think legacy is something you only realize when you're kind of retiring. You know, it's too early for me to even realize that. I know my CA a couple of months back came to me asking me, should we make a will? I was like, will? You know, I started getting fear, am I going to die? Like, who makes a will at this age? So the truth is, all these things you don't think about. Right now, I'm only thinking about the excitement of having a child, of living a life with a child, and how I'm going to be and what's it going to be like. I'm living with the excitement of 2 exciting films coming in my life. I've just got married. So these things are on my mind. I'm not really thinking of the future. I'm just going to take it one day at a time, be the best version of myself, and just try and be present just to everything in my life, my movies, my family, and just try and be a better person. That's a work in progress. Learn from my mistakes, and just be a good example to my children.
Amazing. And on a more personal note before I end.
ये personal नहीं चल रहा था?
नहीं,
अच्छा,
खुद
more
का
personal,
personal,
okay.
my personal. I'm going to Masai Mara tomorrow.
Oh!
And no thanks to Alia and you for ensuring you have doubled the cost of my
Have-
trip
oh, okay.
by her single-handed announcement on Coffee with Karan. So the least you can do for me is to give me some real tips.
Where are you going,
the
Masai
do's
Mara?
and don'ts to make sure कि
I
थोड़ा
will.
पैसा
अरे,
वसूली.
वो तो मेरा बाय हाथ का खेल. Where are you going in Masai Mara?
I'm staying at the reserve. I mean, 5 days over there.
Okay, so it's going to be the trip of your lifetime. There is nothing better than that. It is hard. You have to prepare yourself. There is no internet. There is no television. You are in the middle of the jungle, so you're going to feel like an alien. You're going to wake up at 4:30 in the morning every day. You're just going to have a coffee or tea if you want, and then you're going to drive for 4 hours. So there's going to be a lot of this in the car because you're driving through the jungle. But while all this is happening, the breeze is beautiful. You're in nature. You're seeing wild animals wake up. Wild animals who've just made some killing, who are eating their food, who are going to sleep. There are animals who are alert, thinking that there's a predator who's going to come. There is tension. There is beauty. It's everything. It's what life is. You just experience it. In 5 days is more than enough. So you do a safari in the morning, 4:30, and then you do a safari. That's the morning safari, and you do a sunset safari. That starts at around 3:30, and that goes on till 7. So happy for you. Congratulations. Is this like a honeymoon, or you guys already had a honeymoon?
5-year-old son.
Okay.
Who have to wake up at 4:30.
Yes.
Exactly.
Is he going to? Can a 5-year-old kid go to
That's
Africa?
why Masai Mara.
Okay, because he has to take the yellow fever shot, right? Okay, I can't wait to take my child to Masai Mara. I cannot wait.
You're going to have to wait just a little bit.
Yes, I know.
But thank you.
Thank
It
you.
is a good life that I get to speak to you guys and then go straight into vacation. All the best.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you
Enjoy
so
your
much.
holiday and
Thank
try
you.
and watch Shamshera post your
Yes.
holiday.
Most definitely. Thank you.
Thank
you.
you. Hi, this is Karan Malhotra.
Hi, this is Vaani Kapoor.
Hi, this is Ranbir Kapoor, and you're watching Spill the Tea with the lovely Sneha on Film Companion.